Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about an iconic fragrance, and that is Rose 31 by Labo. Labo is an indie niche kind of fragrance house that was based out of Brooklyn, New York. The brand launched in 2006, and in 2014 they were acquired by Estee Lauder. So now they have really wide distribution. They are very accessible. You can find all their fragrances or a lot of their fragrances at Nordstrom stores. So if you're interested in that, you can check them out, spray them, smell them, and you don't have to blind buy them, which is kind of nice. Now, people always feel like fragrances change as soon as the fragrance house gets acquired, but Rose 31 is so iconic that I don't really think that there's going to be a huge change to it. I got this scent in 2014, and because I bought it directly from the brand, the whole concept of the Labo when it first came out was to focus on the fragrances and not so much on packaging and marketing, right? Obviously that has changed because they've become so big, but originally their idea was let's just focus on the juice. And so all their packaging is very simple. You can see how simple this bottle is, and this is the perfume oil. And so they really did want to just focus on that. When you bought from the brand, they would compound the fragrance by hand, and then they would stamp the date on it. So mine has my name on it, and it has the date, which is October 20th, 2014. That's when I bought it. I kind of love that. I love that it has the date on it because I would totally forget when I bought something otherwise. I first experienced this fragrance probably at a Fairmont hotel because for a while, and maybe still now, I'm not sure, but for a while, Rose 31 was the scent of the body products at Fairmont hotels, which is kind of cool. They had soap, they had body lotion, they had shampoo and conditioner. Everything smelled like Rose 31. And you might think that rose is kind of a feminine note, but because Le Labo was really focused on fragrance and not so much on marketing, all their scents are unisex. So they're supposed to be worn by whoever appreciates them, which is really great. And so Rose 31 is another fragrance that is a unisex scent. Personally, I think that it's more feminine because it has a bit of a sweetness in the dry down, but it is appreciated by everyone. So I love that about it. The notes in Rose 31, of course, are rose, and there's some musk, there's some vetiver, some cedar in the dry down, which really mellows it out. There's also cumin, which is really, really unusual. The cumin gives it like a smoky, sweet kind of note, and if you've smelled cumin in fragrance before, you will recognize it in here because it is quite prominent. Rose 31 has amazing projection. It has amazing lasting power, and that's not just because I have the oil. Normally I find that oils wear quite close to your skin, but this one, even one drop on my wrist is really something that anyone around me or close to me can smell, and people have commented that they smell something and they want to know what it is. And it's this oil. It's just a drop of this oil on my wrist, and I can smell it and people around me can smell it. So that's great. Normally, I don't like buying perfume oils because I feel like they're not as versatile. I like sprays because I can put them on my jackets or on my hair or on my clothes, but this perfume oil is quite unique, and so I like that it has projection even though it's an oil. Like I said, I bought this in 2014, and because I only wear a drop at a time, there's tons and tons of it left, which is quite amazing. I did try mixing this into body lotion, but I find that that is not a good idea because the molecules in the fragrance really do change depending on what the carrier is. And if you want it in its pure, natural, beautiful form, the way that it was meant to be worn is just directly on the skin. So I suggest doing that if that's something that appeals to you. And yeah, this is really just such an iconic fragrance. Every time I post a picture of it, someone will comment that they like it or they've tried it or it's on their must-have list. This was on my must-have list for a really long time until I got it, and I think it's still my favorite Le Labo fragrance. I like it even more than Santal 33. which is probably a Le Labo scent that a lot of you guys are familiar with. But yeah, I just like this one. It is my favorite, and I love that the rose is there, like it's quite juicy, but at the same time the dry down is so woody and warm and comforting. So I like that about this. This to me is more of a winter fragrance because of how woody the dry down is, and it's not very fresh. It really is a clean, warm scent that just smells so comforting to me. So there it is right there. Thanks for watching today. Let me know if you have a favorite Le Labo fragrance or a rose scent. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.